Hello foodies, welcome back to Deepaks kitchen. Look at that beauty. Hot, flavorful and superb aromatic chicken donne biryani. Our Bengaluru special aromatic chicken donne biryani straight from the streets of Bengaluru. Today I am going to show you how to make that famous donne biryani in the easiest and tastiest way possible. The secret, just one special step, and once you know it, making donne biryani at home becomes really very simple. So let's get started and let's see how to make this perfect Bengaluru style donne biryani. These are all the ingredients required to make this donne biryani. Some spices as a star anise, clove, cinnamon, javitri, stone flower, black cardamom, green cardamom and some bay leaf, and shahi jeera, salt, fennel seeds, kasturi methi, ginger garlic paste freshly ground, and some palak, curd, onion, green chillies, mint leaves, lemon, some chicken. Nearly I'm taking 500 grams of chicken, and this is using 500 grams of Jeera Sambar Rice, which is around 2 to 2.5 cups, and I've taken 2 cups of this rice in this measurement. So we need to wash it thoroughly 2 or 3 times. Look here, I have washed it thoroughly 2 or 3 times and drained the water, and then we'll add enough water to submerge the rice and allow this to soak for about 30 minutes. Now let's see how to make that perfect marination for the chicken. For that, for marinating the chicken, look here, I have taken a big chunks of meat here. To this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add half of the salt to this chicken, and then we'll add the thick curd and give it a nice mix. That's it. This is a very simple marination process we are following. So that's it. We need to allow this to marinate for about 30 minutes. Let's keep this aside. Now let's see how to make that special green masala for this donne biryani. So here I've taken a pan. To this I'm going to add nearly a tablespoon of oil. You don't need to add much oil to this. Now here I'm going to add in all the spices which we have taken, followed by some fennel, and here comes the whole dhania, that's the coriander seeds, and give it a nice mix and saute until a nice aroma arises, until the spices give it a nice smell and aroma. To this we'll add 1 chopped onion, and you can add as much as chilies you want. Always you can adjust the hotness of the chilies according to your preferences, and saute until everything is perfectly cooked. At this time we'll add a whole 1 bunch of fresh mint leaves. Remember, if you take 1 bunch, you need to take exactly half of the coriander leaves. So this is another most important is the palak, the spinach. Nearly 4 to 5 leaves of spinach is enough to give that bright green color. So saute this for about 1 minute or so. Now look, everything looks perfect. Now it's done. Let's take them aside and allow them to cool perfectly. So what we'll do, we'll make a fine paste of it using a little bit of a water and make a fine paste of it. Now look, the masala is perfectly done. You can see the masala is finely grounded. Now this masala is also ready. Let's keep it aside. Now let's see how to make the biryani. To this I'm going to take a heavy bottomed biryani pot. To this I'm going to add nearly 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. Any neutral oil you can use. I'm using peanut here. To this I'm going to add a spoon of shahi jeera, that's black cumin. And then we'll add some kasturi methi, that's fenugreek leaves. Now this is the very important, a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste which is freshly ground. That's very important. And now we need to saute until the raw smell of the ginger garlic paste goes away. And make sure you do it in a low to medium flame. Now we'll add the marinated chicken and saute until the chicken oozes out its moisture. That's very important. While doing this, you need to do it in a high flame. So now give it a nice mix. You can just leave it for about 3 to 4 minutes. You can see here how the chicken has oozed out all its moisture. That's the chicken juices which it's left. At this time, it's perfect time to add in the turmeric, and now we can add the freshly prepared the secret green masala for the Donne Biryani. At this time, we'll add the remaining salt and saute until all the water from this masala evaporates, and it will take anywhere between 3 to 4 minutes on a very high flame. Now allow this to cook. You can see here all the masalas are nicely cooked and it's perfectly. Now you can see the masala is perfectly done. At this time, you should know that I have taken 2 cups of rice. To that we need to add 4 cups of water. The 1 cup of water is already given out by the chicken and the masala, so I need to add 3 cups of hot water. Now at this time only we'll add 1 whole lemon juice to the mixture and allow this and mix this completely and allow it to boil, and it will take anywhere between 3 to 4 minutes. We need to allow this to boil. Now it's boiling perfectly. At this time we need to add in the soaked rice. As I told you, I have taken 2 cups of this rice, washed it thoroughly and soaked it for about 20 minutes. Now with a gentle hands you need to mix it. You check the seasoning. Everything looks perfect. It just requires a little bit of a salt. Just I'm going to add some salt, and next we'll give it a nice mix and we'll allow the rice to come to the surface level just like this, and it will take anywhere between 3 minutes. When the rice rises to that surface level, this is the perfect time to add in some ghee. That's the clarified butter. I'm going to add generously nearly 2 to 3 spoons of ghee. The biryani is never complete without ghee, so I've added that and close the lid and allow this to cook for about 15 minutes. And then rest for another 10 minutes. Wow, look at that perfect layering, the beautiful color and the incredible aroma. Gently fluff the biryani without breaking the grain. Your authentic Bengaluru style chicken donne biryani is ready. Serve it hot in a donne leaf cup if you have them, or just in a plate like me. Pair it with raita, boiled egg. This one secret, the fresh green masala, makes all the difference. Try it at home and let me know how it turned out in the comments. If you like this, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and we'll be back with such another yummy recipes. Till then, Deepaks signing off, and Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka, Namaskara. Happy cooking.